Okay, we're gonna try our hand at making some mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is something that can be difficult to make, but also easy to fix. It can be easier if you have the right equipment to make it with, which when I say right equipment, I mean an immersion blender. So we're gonna try this out today. I make mine in a mason jar. If you do have an immersion blender, you just want to make sure that the immersion blender is about the same size as your jar. You might need a taller, skinnier jar, or a wider container to make your mayonnaise in, but you want it to be as close to the size as your immersion blender as possible. Making mayonnaise is a fat and acid mixture, so it's the main components is using oil, egg yolks, and a vinegar or lemon juice, some type of acid. So today I've got some Jako lard. I've got the Jako chicken fat, which is now in the store. I've got some lard, that bacon fat lard from the fresh side that's no longer available in the store until June. And I've got some olive oil. A lot of times I'll use butter. We're on a shortage with butter right now, so I'm making this without butter today. You want about a cup of fat. I use a cup of fat to 2 to 3 egg yolks. These are smaller egg yolks that I have here, so we'll use 3 today. I'm going to lightly melt the fat because all my fat is cold right now, and I want it to be runny, but I don't want it to be hot. So we're going to put about a cup of a combination of fats in. Chicken fat is one of my favorite fats for using with mayonnaise. It's just the right consistency that works really well. So I'm kind of just putting some scoops in. Again, making mayonnaise is not an exact recipe. It's more about the method that you do it than it is about the ingredients. So I'm going to get these fats melted together and be back shortly. Okay, we have our melted fat here. Again, it was our chicken fat and our lard that we melted together. It's just melted, not hot. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to the mixture. I've got a little over a cup of oil here. You can see in the jar it's just oil, just fat. I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. My preference would be lemon juice. Right now I don't have lemon juice. I like to do a combination of both. You're going to be able to see this oil and vinegar separate down here at the bottom. You can see that there. Okay, so we're going to separate our egg yolks and our egg whites here. I'm going to put my egg whites in a separate jar. It's okay if you get some egg white in this recipe. Some recipes call for some egg white, some call for none. I like to make it without egg white. It tends to turn out thicker, better, a little bit more consistency with that. So again, I'm doing 3 egg yolks. A lot of recipes call for 2. These are smaller egg yolks. I'm letting the egg yolks sink to the bottom. This is the important part, that the egg yolks go down to where the vinegar is at, because we're going to be mixing the egg yolk and the vinegar and then slowly pulling in the oil. Now I'm going to add my spices. Mustard. I add mustard, just regular yellow mustard, Dijon mustard. Up to you. We're making this one pretty simple. I'm just going to do garlic, onion, and onion powder. In this recipe, a lot of times will use paprika or even smoked paprika, depending on what flavors I want. And I'm putting some mustard powder in. Not too much. You can always add spices as you go, and salt. Don't forget the salt. Mayonnaise is a condiment, so it's okay if you get it a little on the salty side. You'll probably like it better if it's has a little bit more salt than less salt. Okay, so now we've got our spices, our egg yolks, our vinegar in there, and our fat. So that is all that we need. I'm going to take my immersion blender. I'm going to carefully put it in to the bottom. Okay, make sure it goes all the way to the bottom. There. I'm kind of getting that oil to come back up to the top. And then I'm going to pulse it on high. So I've got a high and a low button on my immersion blender. And I'm going to pulse it on high and get the egg yolk and vinegar mixed. And then it's going to slowly be pulling up the oil, and I'm going to slowly pull up the immersion blender. If you use just olive oil, you're gonna have a runnier mayonnaise when you put it in the fridge. My mayonnaise, even if it's not completely thick, once you put it in the fridge, it will thicken up. So by slowly pulling it up, we're just slowly pulling in more of the oil. And my mayonnaise is pretty thick right now. So. And there you have some really thick homemade mayonnaise. It's one of my favorite things to make at home. Now from here we can make tuna salad, salmon salad, chicken salad. I'm gonna make a kefir ranch dressing with it for dinner tonight.